A while ago, we made some videos about creating photosynthetic bacteria, PSB, and the different types of water that we use from ponds and the canal and so forth. And it was kind of conclusive, but not really. We continued to make the PSB with the original water source that we'd been using right from the start. And this is water that comes from the same location as the water in the canal, which did produce good results, but it is piped in rather than being in an open canal. It comes from up in the Doyentenon National Park, which is just in the mountains up above us here, and so there would be minimal chemical fertilizer or pesticide residue in that water because it's the national park and there's not a lot of farming done up there. There is some, but I'm really not concerned about it. And it certainly doesn't look like it's made any significant difference to the creation of our photosynthetic bacteria. Two water sources that we didn't trial are a town supply that is chemically treated, because that's not available to us here, or the reverse osmosis drinking water that we purchase and can be easily purchased anywhere in Thailand. We didn't try either of those ones because one's got chemical and the other one has got everything stripped out of it during the cleansing process. So I really didn't think it was a valuable thing to try and test those two. What I will suggest is that you set up a trial for yourself and experiment with the different types of water that you've got available. Maybe you've only got one water source, maybe you've got two or three, but it's pretty easy to set them up in bottles, and it takes just a short amount of time to get an idea if there's any difference at all, because you can see the colour as time progresses. My wife has made these ones about 10 days ago. She mixed it up from a fresh batch of the original recipe plus some starter. By topping that up, it just helps speed the process quite well. What we have found that is really most important is that your bottles are clean. You need to have clean bottles. Even if you've been using them for photosynthetic bacteria previously, it's really important to make sure that there's no residue in the bottom or on the sides of the bottle, so that when you put the new batch in, it's not going to be inhibited by any bad bacteria that might have developed in the bottle. And the other thing is, we don't have a lot of it today, but sunshine is the key thing. And even during a cloudy day, it's our rainy season today, these bottles have been here for about 10 days and they're good to go. They're ready to use, even though we haven't had a whole lot of sunlight. Sunlight is certainly important because it is a photosynthetic bacteria, which means it needs the light to be able to reproduce. And the third key thing is to get the balance and use the right recipe. So you want the right balance, the right proportion of the mixture that you make with the egg and the fish sauce and the MSG to go into the bottles. And these details I'll post in the description of the video. And then the other thing that's not absolutely essential, but as I said, it will help speed the process, is having some starter. So whenever we're making it now, we are keeping one bottle aside to top up the next time we are making fresh batches of PSB. So by adding a little bit of existing good quality PSB, it will just really stimulate the growth process of this good bacteria. And we love to put this in our garden. It's so effective because it's completely natural, and it is just something we like to do it ourselves instead of buying organic fertilizers. We do that occasionally, but not very much, because now we've just developed a whole good system, and really the PSB is at the core of it. So if we're adding rice water or worm tea juice or our bat manure tea or compost, or even using the PSB to soak our biochar with, it combines so well with so many other natural ways that we can input goodness back into our soil to help give our plants a better life. And this really does fit with our lifestyle philosophy of doing what we can as naturally as possible that's best for the environment and that we can enjoy ourselves doing it too. It's kind of being disconnected from the whole consumerist way that modern life is tending to go so much, and has tended to go so much over the last decades. People want an easy way to do things. Well, if you make a practice with doing something like this, it really doesn't take long. It really doesn't cost anything much at all. And it is going to be, in the long run, far, far better for your garden, for your plants, for your soil, than any chemical additive that you can put onto your garden. And so if you'd like to watch another video about why it is that we like to use it and the details behind what good it does in our garden, you can check out this video next. Thanks very much for watching.